Hi guys and gals, welcome to the stream. And I can see that nobody's here tonight, and that's my bad because I forgot to put a message in the community chat to let you guys know that we were actually going live tonight. So I'm just going to play through a couple of games tonight, and if people come in, that's great. And if not, then hopefully you can catch up as and when you realize, oh my goodness me, I've missed the stream. And I was in thinking about this live stream, and I'm not sure that my channel is big enough at the moment to actually justify doing a live stream. So I'd like your thoughts on that, guys. Would it be better? Hey, music, how are you doing? I'm good. I hope you're good too. How's it going? I was just saying, I'm not sure that the channel is big enough to do a live stream at the moment. Getting about 300 to 400 views per video that I put out, but getting about a maximum of 6 or 7 people who come along to watch the live stream. So maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit trying to do live streams, and I should just focus on videos. What do you think? I know live streams tend to be a little bit longer and perhaps people haven't got the time. With a video, they're not tied by time. They can watch it whenever they feel like they want to watch it. And I know STS is always busy at 8 o'clock and he comes in later. What do you think, music? Is it a good idea streaming, or perhaps do something different, maybe with a video or something along those lines? What do you think? I think the light is a bit bright, isn't it? Just suddenly jumped up a notch or two. Let's turn the light down. That looks a bit better. So, yeah, hope everybody's good. Don't forget when you come in to hit that like button. Always helps with the YouTube algorithm and always helps in terms of fundraising. If we can get the video out to more people, then we'll grow and we'll earn more money. We'll get more money for the good cause that we're working for. And I just got a very nice donation through the Just Giving page this week from, who was it, in Portugal? Rui Carvalho in Portugal, who sent a very generous donation and took us over the £300 mark, which was awesome. So thank you very much, Rui, if you are going to watch this at a later date. Thank you very much. We're doing very well in terms of raising money. And we have 2 games that we're going to look at today. We've got Stoke in the first game, and then we've got Coventry away in the second game. And if we look at the table, Stoke are nowhere. They are in 18th, and Coventry are in 22nd. So hopefully we can keep our run of good form going. And if we get 6 points from this, then who knows, we might be up in second place and challenging for the title. That would be something given the start that we've had to the season. So, what I want to do is just pretty much have a look at Stoke City. We'll always have a look and go to the Premier League, to the league, the Sky Bet Championship. Have a look at the stats to begin with. And if we go to team detailed, possession-wise, Stoke are way down in 20th. 43% tells me they're not very good passers of the ball. And in terms of goals scored, we can go to goals scored. Where are they? They're right down in joint 16th place, 12 goals scored. So we're not doing much better than they are. We're only in 13th, joint 13th place. We've only scored 13 goals in 11 games, which is not very good. Stoke have scored 12 goals in 11 games, which is just only 1 worse than we're doing. The data hub is quite interesting. It's an interesting place to visit because it actually, I don't know if the data hub actually tells the truth, and we'll have a look at that in a short while. In terms of chances created, we have created tons of chances. Although we are down in 15th, we've created 26 chances, and Stoke have created more chances than we have. They've created 31 chances. So they might be a little bit dangerous, and I think I know why they're creating the chances that they're creating. Dribbles made, we are in 10th place, and Stoke are way down in 22nd. So I think we can say they're not good passers of the ball and they're not good dribblers. And that tells me what we really need to be doing is trying to take the ball off them, closing them down, putting pressure on them, high up the pitch and taking the ball off them and trying to create a chance or two. So that kind of is a good loose summary of how Stoke are. And if we go to how they play a fluid counter-attack style. Now, I think I've got used to this method of play because what you'll see is that they tend to score a lot of goals from these through balls. Could be long balls over the top into space, or they could be through balls in behind the defender. And if you're playing a fluid counter-attack, and I've played this system myself, then you do know that you score a lot of goals with forwards breaking in behind the defence. And you might think that the way to actually deal with that, if we go to the tactic, you might think that the way to actually deal with that is to drop your line down. But it's actually not right. What you should do is push your line up and step up more, or just push your line up and leave the step up, or just step up more. Because basically what you want to do is compress the space in the middle, and you want to be making sure that they cannot get these balls away. You want to close down the guy who is making these passes, or the guys who are making these passes, and then just if they are making the passes, just push the line up a little bit, compress the space a little bit more, and you should then stop them from threading these balls. It's not going to help you if you just drop your line back, because what you will do then is you'll give them more space in midfield with which to thread these balls. So they're an interesting team. I was actually thinking about, who was it? I think it was STS said that maybe we should try two forwards up top. So I was thinking about giving a 4-4-2 a go. It's a tactic that they won't be very familiar with. Passing style would be a little bit more direct. We're used to playing a short passing style. And in the 4-3-3 that we've been playing, they're also not that familiar with the 4-3-3. So if we could give it a try, playing a 4-4-2, playing two up top, and seeing if we can score more goals with two up top. It might be an interesting, might be a little bit of an interesting experiment. But do I want to risk what's been going on? Because we've actually had two very good wins. We beat Bristol City at home 2-0, and then that 1-0 victory against Cardiff away was absolutely super. But I did have to work very, very hard in game. If you saw that episode, we had to work very hard in game, changing a lot of things to actually make sure that we got that 1-0 win. So I don't know. Should I try against Stoke and just mix it up a little bit against Stoke? Try something different again and see if it works. Risk the 3 points. I'm pretty confident that I can play against a team who play a fluid counter-attack, so who knows. But I want to just jump into the data hub, have a look at what it says about us. And it says, although we are shaky defensively, we are very good in attack. And I find this really hard to believe. How can we be very, very good in attack when we're not scoring goals at all? I think it refers to the amount of chances that we create. And if we look at our attacking, Burnley being the shaded, then you can see in all areas of the game we are performing above average. And I think it's probably to do with the fact that we take more shots, goals per game is average for the league at 1.18, and pass completion rate is very good. Cross completion is very good. We dribble a lot. We do have shots on target, but they're not very effective. And we are getting more shots per game than the average. We're just not putting them away. Our non-penalty expected goals is just 1.17, which is about 1.18 goals per game, which is what we are getting. So I'm finding it very difficult to understand why they're saying that we are very good and should walk over most teams in attack, but we're shaky at the back. But if we look at how we defend, I think we don't have to defend very much because we just simply have most of the ball. And so we're not making very many clearances, because if you've got all the possession, then you're not going to be called on to make any clearances. You're not going to be called on to make many blocks if they are not having the ball. So, and likewise interception. So I think that this is slightly skewed. It doesn't actually tell the truth. Hey Angel, how you doing? How are you doing? And so it actually, for me, it doesn't tell the truth, this. Our passing, if we have a look at our passing, lots of passes allowed against, lots of passes completed. We are down here. We don't allow the opposition to make many passes. That's why we are very good in possession, and that shows down here. The opposition are not making many passes in games against us, and we have a lot of passes that are completed. So in terms of the data hub, in terms of what we are doing, I don't think it's actually telling the truth. We have a very impressive XG conceded, and that tells me that we are very good and in defense, because conceded per game is about half a goal per game, and I would say that that's very good. And our expected XG against is about half a goal a game, and I would say that's good defending, not shaky defending. And the reason for that is we are keeping the ball. We tend to pass mostly around the halfway line, which is pretty standard for a good attacking team. I would imagine Manchester City would be more up here and Liverpool would be more up here, but this is pretty good for a team that has been playing with a mid-block. So that's pretty cool. And Howard Bellis is performing out of his skin at the back. He is a very good player, and he has made a lot of blocks. Doesn't make many clearances. We don't need to make many clearances, but when he's called on to make a block, he's in there. And he also wins a lot of tackles. So he's playing very well for us. And so in terms of our XG, you have to look deeper than actually what it's actually saying. If we have a look at Stokes aerial numbers are apparently something to investigate, and they have lots of headers, but their heading is poor. So we need to bear that in mind when we're setting up for Stoke. They do get lots of headers, but it's not anything we need to worry about. And in defence, if it's in defence that their heading is poor, it might mean that they are giving the ball away quite a lot in defence. And if it's in attack, then they're not getting their headers on target. So interesting. I don't think they are much of an attacking threat from wide. They're going to play those through balls that we have to be very, very careful of. And in terms of their general performance, in terms of Therese Campbell's, he's performing well above average. I don't even know what position he plays in. Scores, he must be a forward. He scores a high proportion of goals per 90 minutes compared to the average. So he's scoring goals per 90 minutes is 0.51. The average is 0.05. So the forwards in the entire league are not doing very well, which is quite interesting. So as a forward, he's very, very good, but he's obviously not doing with his head. And I'm guessing, and we might even take a look at that he's getting these balls. They'll just zip them through behind the defense. There it is. It goes behind the defense. And you need to step up for that, not drop your line. I think we've worked that out. In terms of their possession numbers, they frequently win the ball, but they're very loose in possession. And that's if we get stuck into them and close them down, and we're quite aggressive with them, hopefully we can turn the ball over in midfield. And in terms of, we have this guy, Laurent, possessions are huge outliers. So that means he's playing very well. He frequently wins the ball. He's average in possession, but he's a good ball winner by the look of it. So he's someone that we also should be looking at. What he does with the ball, we don't know yet. We need to find that out. So what I want to look at is their performance. And in particular, I'm interested in their passing. We have lots of passes, accurate passing, probably the best in the league. And Stoke have fewer passes, and they are not very accurate with their passes. So, yeah, they make a lot of mistakes when passing the ball. We need to be closing them down. We need to be in their face. We certainly don't want to be standing off them, because those through balls will be played into near our penalty area, and we'll be in trouble. So we know they're not good passers. And in terms of the goalkeeper, we have fewer saves, but he saves most shots. So that tells me, again, that we're defending very well. And the Stoke goalkeeper, average amount of saves, and also he saves fewer shots. So he's not as good a goalkeeper as we have. So goalkeeper might be a weak link for Stoke. And passing for defenders, what I'm particularly looking for is if the goalkeeper's in here. You can see that Stoke have fewer passes again. It's inaccurate passing, and it's all about passing for this Stoke game, and we just need to close them down, win the ball, and then launch attacks, because I don't think they're that great in defence. In terms of attacking movement, Stoke they don't dribble very much, and they're quite loose in possession. So they're not a great team. And we should be beating this Stoke team. Again, you can see that the defenders, fewer passes, inaccurate passing. Josh Tyman, particularly poor, but we play very, very well. And I think I want to continue with the 4-3-3, because it looks to me like that is the best system to play against. Maybe we'll play with the 4-4-2 after we've seen off Stoke, or hopefully seen off Stoke. So I think what I'll do is I'll go back to the 4-3-3, and that means now that we need to bring Balick in at DLP. We'll keep Cork at centre mid and Bastian as the Mazzala. Vitinho, he had a good game last time out, a very good game last time out. We'll keep him in, and we can play Teller. And hey, Gobby, how are you doing? Thanks for your message earlier. I really appreciate that. That was really kind of you to say that stuff. I don't know if it's true, Gobby. I'm still learning. I've been rooting around today in the data hub, learning all sorts of stuff, and we've just been having a look there, and you can clearly see that from the data hub that Stoke, it's all about stopping them pass the ball. And one of the interesting things about Stoke is that they will play in a fluid counter-attack. And I think I've worked that out, Gobby, how to play that. Because if you... what you'll find is they play a lot of these balls over the top, which you see a lot of these goals, and it's usually from teams who play a fluid counter-attack or vertical tiki-taka, and the midfielders will play these balls through either over the top or on the floor behind the defenders, and you see a lot of a lot of these goals. But you might think, okay, if they're getting in behind my defense, you might think, well, what I've got to do is drop my line back, and then they can't get behind the defense. Couldn't be further from the truth. What you have to do is, because you have to close the space down for them, you'll find that they're getting a lot of space to feed these balls in midfield. So what you need to do is just step up more, and then you will compress the field in midfield, and you can stop them spraying these balls about. Once you stop them playing the ball like that, then they can't do anything with it. So compress the lines. Don't, when you're playing against fluid counter-attack and they're playing these balls, don't drop your line. You just give them more space in midfield for them to play those balls behind your defenders. Always just step up more, or push your line up a little bit. Compress the space, and then you haven't got the space to do it. So something that I found out recently. I'm going to go with the 4-3-3 today, because it is all about compressing this space in midfield with Stoke. We just have to make sure that they haven't got any space to pass the ball in, and then I think we'll be fine. I think we will win this fairly comfortably. I'm going to put Loughton onto a support duty, because we already have an inverted winger at the top there. We're going to play Rodriguez up front. Maatson will have to play because Charlie Taylor is still injured, but we'll have Taylor on the bench, and he might be able to come on and do 20 minutes later on. So that's it, really. Just trying to score goals again is what this is about. But we did have 2 very good wins in the last episode, and the Cardiff game was absolutely fabulous, and I was getting so excited, and it was very tense, and I had to make, I don't know how many changes to hold on to that 1-0 win. But it turned out to be so important. It was such a big win, that. And if we win both our games today, then we could find that we are even in second place or in third place. And we really will be back on course then. So that'll be really cool. Anything else that we need to have a look at? I want to go and have a look at Stoke. And we'll have a look at their schedule. And I want to have a look at the goal that they scored last time, and it was Powell who scored the goal, and I want to have a look at this goal to see if it is that through ball that actually causes the problem, and then we'll be pretty sure about it. Okay, so Watford have the ball. No, it's going to be a cross. It was a cross into the box. Let's go back. Let's go back a little while. They lost. Let's to this game that they won 2-1, and let's have a look at Liam Delap. You know him well, Gobby. So let's have a look at this goal, because he's a forward. He might have been a forward racing onto one of those balls. Set piece. That's a set piece goal. I don't know why Delap's got the nerve to actually claim that. And we'll have a look at Brown's goal. They are actually looking like they're playing out wide, which is interesting for a fluid attack. 2 very lucky goals, I would say. But we'll deal with them okay. So we're going to look at their last game, and we're going to look at their analytics. And we can see that they focus their play mainly down the right. Or is that Watford? No, that's the red is Stoke. So they focused, or tried to focus their play mainly down the right. They didn't actually create too many chances, but what they did create was inside the box, and that tells me we got to step up. We can't allow them to actually be getting into the penalty area. We've got to play high up the pitch and put a lot of pressure on them. If we have a look at the heat map to begin with, and Stoke really didn't have anything of the ball, and that clearly tells me that you've got to just make sure that you take the ball off them, and if you can take the ball off them, then you can probably win the game. And in terms of their passing, their combinations, not really much to look at. And they are quite high up the pitch, and is that the full-back that's that high up the pitch? Dujon Sterling. Yeah, the right full-back is quite high up the pitch, and that's quite interesting. And they're trying to work it down this channel, and we just got to make sure that we don't allow them to do that, and we send them over the other side. It's clear they don't like playing through the middle. They will not want to play through the middle. It might be a good idea for us to play through the middle. So it's not something we should really worry about, Stoke. We shouldn't be too worried. They're going to sit back. They're going to allow us to come on to them and then try to break at pace. Surprisingly, they do want to play out wide. They're going to use both wing backs to provide the width and try to get out wide. We just got to make sure their wing backs are shown the door and are not allowed to actually control the game. They certainly don't want to play through the middle. So we want to we could put that into what we want to do. We want to focus play through the middle. We don't want to be doing anything out wide. We don't want to be encouraging them. And old Delap is playing for Stoke here. He is like a really good player in FM. He hasn't quite made it in real life though. But the FM game creators seem to like Delap. He continues year after year to be a very good player. And so, well done to Delap in FM, but he probably deserves his chance in real life as well. So let's go and play this game then, and let's see if we can't put one over on Stoke. We are going to be attacking again because we're not attacking. We're going to be very positive because we're trying to create chances. We need to create a lot of chances. And if we don't create chances, we are not going to score goals. And in fact, we only scored 3 last time. So we'll say yes to that and then we'll review it. Certainly not going to play cautious. He wants me to play with a higher tempo. I'll have a look at that in a minute. And then we'll go and have a look at the opposition. He's a centre-back, so we don't want to worry too much about them. Sterling, we do want to worry about him. We're going to close him down, left foot, and hard tackle him and see how he likes it. So we'll close him down, hard tackle him, and put him onto his left foot. We want to take these guys out of the game. Josh Tyman, who also is a good player in FM, always on the fringes. We're going to close him down and show him onto his right foot and hopefully cause them to panic, and then they won't be such a nuisance. We don't want to hard tackle him because he's... we're not going to hard tackle him either, thinking about it. DMs, probably best to close them down, but we'll have a look at them. Certainly want to put him onto his left foot because it's weak. He's a big, strong guy, this geezer, so he's quite strong and brave. It's not bad. His composure's not bad. Long shots, pretty average. That doesn't mean anything though, because he could still rifle one in with a 10 long shot. Concentration and decisions are not great, so we will tight mark him and we will show him onto his left foot, so that hopefully then will put him out of the game. And Lewis Baker, I don't think he's much of an issue at all, and in fact so much not an issue that I would like them to to be playing the ball through him. He's got good, decent passing and vision. So I might close him down and hard tackle him. He's got quite decent passing and vision. So yeah, let's close him down and hard tackle him. And Nick Powell, attacking mid. What shall we do with him? Not very brave. He's not that good a player, actually. His decisions are poor. His composure isn't brilliant for an attacking mid. Passing and vision are good. So he's a playmaker. He's playing up there as a playmaker. So we'll just type mark him. Take him out of the game. If he's a playmaker, take him out of the game. And make sure that he doesn't have an opportunity to receive the ball. And that's what you're looking for with a playmaker. It might be too late to close him down if he's already got the ball. And then Jacob Brown. Again, he's not that good a player. Weak left foot. We'll turn him on to his weaker foot, his left foot, and probably type mark him. So type mark him. I don't need to hard tackle him. And turn him on to his weaker foot. Was it his left or his right? His left. Turn him on to his left foot. And Therese Campbell, he is the boy. He is your boy. He's the man who is in form. He's got good finishing, decent composure. Again, not very brave, not very strong, but good on both feet. I think what I'm going to do is not type mark him, but we're going to type mark Therese Campbell and hard tackle him and try to take him out of the game so that they're looking more for Jacob Brown, because Jacob Brown isn't as good a player. He's finishing 11. Concentration isn't very good. Decisions are poor. He's not as good a player. So if we type mark this geezer, then Stoke might look for him instead. And goalkeeper, what's the goalkeeper like? Kicking wise, he's got good kicking. So I don't think that we want to do anything with the goalkeeper. So that's the opposition instructions. We'll just check ours now. We do want to play through the middle. He wants me to play at a higher tempo. And that might actually be a good idea. I'll nudge it up a notch for now. Because he might be right. Play at a higher tempo. And then I'm actually going to play fairly narrow for this system with a shorter passing system. We're going to take out dribble less. We're going to take out be more disciplined. And hopefully they are used to playing with each other now. And we are going to counter-attack. We are going to put the pressure on them. And hopefully we're going to beat them quite comfortably. That's my hope. And then out of possession, we're going to play with a high press and a higher line. We will prevent goalkeeper short distribution and stop the crosses. The goals we saw, they were quite good with crosses. It may be that I'm going to need to step up, but we won't do that yet. And that's it. We're ready to rock and roll. And I think we have picked a winning team here. It's all about Rodriguez. Can Rodriguez actually do the business up top for us? I'm going to take the sound out because that would be annoying for you guys. So let's take that sound out. And we'll go to the dressing room. And no, I don't want to say that. I'm going to say we're on a good run. We've been on a very good run. Make me proud. Go out there, do the same. Beating Cardiff last week, we can do it again this week. And I just want to check, what am I on? Extended highlights, and yeah, we've slowed it down a little bit. So we do have possession, lovely ball, looking for Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the penalty area, poor first touch, and that goes out of play. But it's a good start. We're on the ball, and we should be putting Stoke away without any problems. But it's quite quiet at the moment. If that's the best highlight that we can come up with, then that's not looking very good. Stoke are coming back into the game. It's 50-50. And Teller now has got an injury, has he? And it is Stoke with a highlight. This is going to be one of those days where where we go after beating Cardiff, we then go and lose to Stoke at the bottom of the league. I'm terrible at playing teams at the bottom of the league, but that's a good header by Loughton. Nice clearance, but we need to get onto the ball now. And what we want to be looking at is that they're not getting space in the middle of the field. We need to be closing them down, and this is where they get the space, and this is where the ball, that's the danger, and that's where they'll score goals, playing this fluid counter-attack. But we've managed to deal with that quite nicely. Long ball over the top. Rodriguez is in space. Can you put it away? No is the answer. And it goes straight back to the goalkeeper. We are dreadful when it comes to finishing, and it's so poor. I really am struggling to know what to do about this. I think I might try the 4-4-2 in the second half. Give them some company up top and see if that does make a difference. But you should be able to put those one-on-ones away at least 50% of the time. And we're playing it about nicely. It's good football. Nice, patient build-up. We are a very good passing team. A ball over the top to Vitinho. He played very well against Cardiff. We are in and we have scored. And it is Burnley 1, Stoke 0. Have we found the system? Have we finally found the system here? Nice football. Yeah, I've always, since I've been playing this game, and that's going back, I don't know, 2012 years now, I've always had trouble winning against teams who are lower in the table than me, and I'm very good at beating teams who are equal to me or higher up than me in the table. I don't understand it. And I get so stressed when I'm playing teams lower down in the league. And I should be winning those games really easy. And I still haven't figured out why I can't do it. Here's Balick over the top. He's found Bastian, and Bastian's made it 2-0. And we are quite comfortable here. And I think I have worked out how to play teams who play this fluid counter-attack. And you basically have to close the space down. Make sure they cannot pass the ball. And once that space in the middle of the field is closed down, then there's nothing they can do. And it's working again. Just close the space down in the middle of the field and you'll win the game. Now, unless they change this now, they might have to switch things up a little bit. We should go on and be very comfortable. And we are looking very, very comfortable possession-wise, absolutely murdering them. We've had 4 chances and 3 shots on target. This is unlike this Burnley team. And we're dominating the middle of the field. And we can't ask for more than that. Defensively, looking very solid. And wing-backs and full-backs going up the wings, creating space. And here's another chance, and it's 3-0. And Jack Cork's made it 3-0. And have we found the system? Have we found the system? This tactic that we've made, the 4-3-3. Hello, Rage. Nice to see you, mate. Teller, he'd actually, in the Cardiff game at the end of last episode, Teller came on and had a very fine game. And he was very instrumental in that victory. But I can't believe what I'm seeing. Burnley are 3-0 up against Stoke. Stoke have a free kick and Stoke have scored, but we'll let them have that. I don't mind giving away a free kick goal when we're 3-0 up. Giving it away in the last minute when it's 0-0, I don't like. So we'll give them that one. And I need to find out who is responsible for that foul. Absolutely dreadful. But still, Burnley 3, Stoke 1. We'll take that. And am I actually? No. So, giving away a free kick goal, well, it happens. Get Teller up top. We might do in the second half, because I might switch to a 4-4-2. I want to try out a 4-4-2. And I'd always thought if we are ahead, then we can try out the new system, put them two players up top so that they're a pair. See if we score more because they have company up top. But here's a Loughton. Loughton finds... Who is that? That's Teller. Teller's already on the pitch. And there's a chance. It's across the box. We can't put it in. Yeah, Teller's already on the pitch, Rage. He's playing on the left. I think he's playing as an inverted winger on the left. So finally, and he's got a good rating. He's got a 7.6 at the moment. So he's having a good game, Rage. Don't worry about it. But he still might go up top if I switch to the 4-4-2 in the second half. Stoke are not causing me any bothers whatsoever. Even look at their shooting, just the free kick. So Stoke are not causing us any problems whatsoever. This should be a comfortable victory. Do I want to actually change it to a 4-4-2 at half-time, though? Take the chance that it might suit Stoke. We need to be winning that. That's poor. We need to win those balls in the midfield, and that will be why they create chances. If we don't close that space in the midfield down, that means they're going to create a chance. And that was poor. I'm going to shout at the boys because this isn't good enough. And there's a long shot. We'll take those any day of the week. I need to tell them to focus because this isn't good enough. They need to be getting their act together. It's upset most of them, but focus. Do what you're told. We are 3-1 up. I'm not going to change the system. I'm going to tell them, yeah, we've had a lot of shots on target. I'm very, very happy with the way that has gone. So let's have more of that. Up front, we're playing very, very well. Like Harwood Bellis and Matt Loughton are not as good as the others, but that's perfectly adequate. 6.8, 6.9s. We need to be putting the advantage home now and not allowing them to get another goal. And there's a long ball over the top, and that should be the goalkeepers. Nicely done by Muric. And now let's build from the back, and it comes to nothing. So there is nothing, I don't think, to worry about in terms of this Stoke team. Lewis Baker, just the one key pass throughout the game. Not anything to write home about. We have a free kick which deflects off the wall, and the goalkeeper could have caught that. He decides to punch it out for a corner. And is there going to be a highlight from the corner? Yes, there is. Matson's going to take the corner. We haven't scored from a set piece yet. Come on, let's get a... Oh, so close. And it's still 3-1. The ratio of shots to shots on target has gone down a lot. We're still absolutely annihilating them in terms of possession and XG. So there really isn't much to worry about. I think I am just going to surprise them and switch to a 4-4-2 and see if how they react to it. Iokos Tynan, who is one of their top players actually, is having a very poor game on the left. I'm going to go positive now, and we're going to focus play down the right. He's having an absolute nightmare down there. Vatinia's obviously giving him a terrible time, and it might be time to make a couple of changes. I can see Bayic is very tired, so let's just take Bayic off. But whoa, so much space in the penalty area there. Come on, boys. Do I need to step up a little bit? Are we giving them too much space? I think maybe that might be a good idea. So we will step up more. And I'm going to get Balick off the pitch because he's very, very tired. And it goes out for a corner. So let's make some changes now. Let's get Balick off the pitch. We'll put Brownhill in, and we'll put Cork in as the DM. Brownhill can come on as the centre mid. And... ooh, what shall I do? Chilling off. Nobody else is particularly tired. Nobody's having a particularly bad game. We'll just continue for a while. But Stoke do have a corner. I really hope this isn't going to be one of those games where they're going to come back from 3-0 down. And I didn't react properly to it. Have they changed their system a little bit? Maybe they're dropping deeper a little bit and pulling us on, trying to find the space behind us. Don't know. It's very, very interesting. Tynan's having a better game now that we focused down his side. Let's go and make some more changes. So what we'll do I have Matson can probably come on. Let's give Charlie Taylor a game. Welcome back, Charlie Taylor. I want to put him on attack. Let him have a little bit of a run. Harwood Bellis playing very well. Everybody's playing very well. And what shall I do? Change one of the wingers. I don't want to take Teller off. Dervisoglu. No, I don't want to take Vatinho off as well. I'm going to give Kevin Long a game. And I'm going to give Connor Roberts a game. That'll do for now. I don't want to take any of the forwards off. They're doing very, very well. Another free kick, and that's a good claim by Muric. It's still 3-1. We've not capitalised on this at all in the second half. In fact, we've been very poor in the second half. Not even created chances. So what I think, after this highlight, what I think I might do is stop going at them so much. They've obviously reacted well to that. We do have a chance, and we have scored. It's 4-1. And finally, it's Teller. Teller Rage has scored. It's 4-1, and Teller, I think he's one of the smallest players in the team, isn't he? At the back post, has nodded it in. And that one is for Rage. It's 4-1. And I can't believe I've scored 4 goals either. I really can't believe that has happened. It's just unbelievable. Jordan Bayer, he's also tired, but I don't have anybody that I can bring on. He's going to have to be tired. Jack Cork, can I replace him? No, nothing I can do with him. So I'm not going to make any changes. We'll save it just in case there's an injury. And I'm going to have a look at the opposition. I don't think we need to worry too much. We'll tight mark him. Does he have a weaker foot? Yeah, he has a weak left foot. I don't want any super subs coming on because I've ignored them. Close him down, put him on his weaker foot. And then that'll do for that. And do I want to change anything? What I'm actually going to do, I think, is come back into a mid-block. And I think they might have worked out that we're pressing them high up. So if we come back to a mid-block, we'll confuse them a little bit and we might get the 5th goal. And we do have a corner. It's Charlie Taylor. Welcome back, Charlie. And that's fired in, and Stoke are looking to counter. I keep lots of men back, so we should be okay from these. We should have 3 or 4 men back now, and we do. So hopefully we'll snuff this out. They still need to make sure that they're pressing this midfield, not allowing them. This is where you see how much space he has there. He needs to be closed down. Because that's where they start feeding these balls in behind the defenders. And I'm not quite sure who that was, but we need to close him down. Let's check their midfield. God blimey. Was it Laurent or was it this guy? Might be the guy who's just come on. He hit it quite well with his left foot. I'm going to close them both down. We need to be doing better than that. Because that is the kind of space that they will be looking for. And when they get that, then they can be very, very dangerous. Hey, Techno, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I bet you can't believe your eyes. Burnley have scored 4 goals in this game. And it's Burnley 4, Stoke 1. What an absolutely amazing performance. Even Teller, who was in so much trouble last week with the press and the fans. He has scored a goal today. Absolutely amazing performance by Teller. It's been a great team performance. We're up in fourth, and all those panics that we had early on, maybe they're a thing of the past. Brownhill fires a free kick into the wall, goes over. Can we get a fifth goal? Come on, let's get a fifth goal. Last chance from the corner. Let's nod it in. Is it a far post one, this, or a near post? It's a far post corner, and it's not going to go in. It's 4-1. I'll take 4-1. It's absolutely fabulous. I was not expecting 4 goals, and we've done very well. In fact, Teller got 2 goals. Teller get 2? No, he only got 1. Why is it saying he got 2 goals? Very odd. Or maybe, did he come on for someone? I don't know. Rodriguez 1, Bastion 1, Corp 1, and Teller 1. Good performance. Excellent. And I've just learned how to do that, Gobby. If you ever do come across that style of play, the fluid counter-attack, then you'll see those through balls and you'll think, I've got to drop the line. Hey, STS, that couldn't be further from the truth. You don't want to drop the line. You want to push the line up so that you can press the space. And I've only just learned that by playing around. And it works every time if you compress the space. Oh, we got Teller injured, have we? But he's only out for 1 or 2 days. What's the matter with him? Injured after sprinting. Oh, we'll have a lie down then. Just go home, have a lie down. What is the matter with these boys? Send the assistant. I don't want to go. And Teller was man of the match. Unbelievable. Teller got an assist and a goal. Yep, that's it. Well, man of the match. Teller, after all the stuff he went through last week in the last episode, he's now man of the match. And well done to him. What shall I say? Completed the 23. It doesn't actually say. Took his goal well. Okay, let's. I'm really pleased with how you played and that you scored. So we are up to 4th, and that is. Maybe my job will be looking a little bit more secure now. I was actually very, very worried at the beginning of the last episode that if I didn't win those 2 games last time, I would lose. I would lose my job. But it was a very good performance. I just need to look at when the next game is. Saturday, Thursday, Friday. No, we probably do need to rest the boys for 1 day. We'll just have a look who's... actually, it's only Teller that we need to rest. And maybe Bayer and Harwood Bellis. And Charlie Taylor. Let's give those 4 a day off. Just want to make sure that they are fit for Saturday. And so, yeah, it was a good win. Look at this. Pound's tactical approach has this team rolling. He's clearly encouraging good passing, and this formation seems to be designed to produce. These fans are very knowledgeable. Burnley have got some very knowledgeable fans. They can see what I'm up to, which is good because I can't. I'm glad they can. Only one of our 70 attacks has involved Zuri. We don't need to worry too much about that. It's really interesting that we only have 1 negative in terms of recent form, and we have so many positives. We just need to continue this form. Coventry should also be very, very easy to beat. I just want to have a look at my training just to make sure that I am set up properly. No, we're not set up properly, so we will go into this and we'll do match tactics. And here we'll pop in a match review. And that's it. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, very, very easy to actually sort out. So, no training this week, lads. Just come in for the tactical meetings and the review, the previews and the reviews. Absolutely nothing to worry about in terms of training this week. So Coventry is up next. This is an interesting. He wants to rotate the entire team. I can't understand assistant managers when you win 4-1 who'd want to rotate the entire team. I want to keep the same team. If they are playing well, then let them play. But it depends, I guess, on how tired they are. Still have another day. Teller has not recovered. That's because he was injured, wasn't he? So Teller will have to come out. Who's he suggesting for Teller? Churlinoff. Well, we know Churlinoff is a weak link. So we don't want Churlinoff in there. We're going to bring on Dervisoglu. I don't want to play Churlinoff. He's not very effective for us. We'll see. Some of them are struggling to recover a little bit, but I think they'll all be fine. There's still a day left. And Twine, this is good news. Scott Twine, although he's jumped down a star, he is beginning his rehabilitation phase. This guy, I like him as a player. Although he's not great in terms of aggression or bravery, he's not very strong, but he has a lot of good attributes. His technique is very good. He strikes a football very well. Good dribbling, finishing, free kick taking is excellent. Has a beautiful long shot on him. We need finishers, so I like the look of this guy. And I think he will play very well on the left-hand side for us. And hopefully his injury means he's okay and that he will do a very good job for us. So hopefully we'll have him back within the next few weeks. He's beginning his rehabilitation. So how's your day, STS? Is it good? Wetterlick, confident of maintaining the spirit. I think we could find that we go on a good run now. If we can win this one, who knows, we might be in second or third, and that'll be really cool. So let's just do this business. The morale doesn't seem to be that good for a team that's on the up. Maybe we need to have a look at all of their morale, because it doesn't seem to look that brilliant for a team that's on the way up. Do I want to be critical when we're on the way up? I don't know. McNally, he's been injured and he needs to train better when he's coming back. Loughton, probably not training well because he's sitting on the bench. So, get your act together. Get your act together. And Teller, not training very well. Absolutely disgusting. But I'm not going to tell Teller off. He's had a rough time and he's been injured. So it's not surprising, really. He's only got a 6.05. We'll just keep an eye on Teller. We'll let him off this one because he's had a very rough time and I want to try and build up his confidence, not rock him again. Morale in general is very good. And the players are very happy. There's nobody who's really unhappy. We've got Haidazio, who is concerned. But he's going to get a game now. So hopefully that will take his concern away. And Coventry should be quite easy to put away. Fans the board are not too optimistic and they think it'll be a draw. The fans are expecting a win and hope the team can improve the quality of the direct football being played. We didn't play direct football. We played short passing at a higher tempo. Is that direct football? Well, like I said, the Burnley fans are very, very smart. They can see what I'm trying to do here. But I think they've got that wrong. And hoping to see Ashley Westwood return, but I don't think it's going to happen in this game. Only hoping, so that's fine. And the board have no specific expectations. They haven't got a clue what's going on, which is typical of the board. And it does look nice. Those 2 draws, which obviously were not very pleasing, and the 3 victories now mean we are unbeaten in 5 games. Coventry and then West Brom to follow. These are games that we can win easy. And if we continue scoring goals, then why not? Let's have a look at Coventry. Let's start with how they play. Control possession, and they're going to play exactly the same thing. And what they're going to do is sit back as well. Oh no, there's no control possession. They are going to press to try to win the ball back. It's a completely different one, this. And look to play out of defence, create chances through patient, short pressing, build-up play. Okay, so if we need to be making sure they can't play out of defence, we need to be playing at a higher tempo to put pressure on them and try to make them not control possession. They shouldn't get much of the ball. We should own that football. But we'll have a look at them and see what they're about. In terms of their team report, let's go to their scout report. Good crossers. It's very much of a strength, and they've scored from crossing. So again, you've got these 2 wing backs that we have to be worried about. Jake Bidwell, who is well known. Good free kick takers. Number of good players in defence. Good work rate. They dribble well. Quite aggressive. Nothing really that we should note there apart from crossing. O'Hara is a good option up front, but I'm looking for a player in form and there isn't one. So they're not playing very well. And they do score goals close to half-time. So maybe in the last 15 minutes we want to step off the gas a little bit and make sure they don't score in the last 15 minutes before half-time. Not very good at marking. So what it might be, what we might do is I might get him to roam from position. And I'm just wondering if these 2 can switch over. So Vitinho, can he go onto that side? Yeah, these 2 can switch over. So that's pretty good because what we can do when we get to the game is have these switch over. And if they're not very good at marking, if we're actually rotating these players around, then it could confuse them. They could lose their markers. So we'll do that now. Go to player and we'll get him to swap positions with Vitinho. So Derisoglu will swap positions with Vitinho, and they will do that constantly throughout the game. I've got to remember to actually switch it off after the game, though, unless I never remember to actually take that out. So he will roam around the place. These 2 will switch positions, and if they're not very good at marking, then hopefully that will confuse them. They don't have very good off the ball. And I'm looking for composure. Concentration is poor. They're not very strong. So we can get at these as well. Coventry shouldn't really be a big problem. Just quickly go into the data hub. We dominated that game. If we have a look at, you I don't think, need to worry too much about them. Michael Rose is performing well. Who is Michael Rose? He's a centre-back. So they might be quite strong down the right-hand side. He's good at tackling. McFadzean. No, he's not. He has fewer tackles and poor tackling. So it might be an idea to run at him. Where is McFadzean? Might be a good idea. Who's playing up top? Let's go to our tactics. If Rodriguez is playing up top, let's ask Rodriguez to dribble more. Run at him. If he's a poor tackler, just run at him, and hopefully then that will help us out a great deal. So he'll be roaming all over the place, running with the ball, and hopefully he'll catch out that defender. If we go back to the data hub, where are we here? What else do we know? They are not playing very well. The only thing that they are doing well is tackles won, and the rest of the time they are way below average in the league. I don't think we have really anything to worry about. This guy is quite a creative player, Gustavo Hammer. Anybody who's a very creative player, type mark him. Just get him out of the game before he has a chance. He completes a relatively average percentage of passes, though, at the moment. But he is quite a creative young fella. So, and we also have Jay Allen, who's also a creative fella. So we need to take those two out of the game. That's basically what we need to do, I think, is to take those boys out of the game. And if we go and have a look just quickly at... Where is it? What was I looking for? Well, that's us. That's why I can't find it. So we want to have a look at Coventry and their schedule. And we'll look at this 1-0 victory. Middlesbrough are a very good side, but they beat Middlesbrough by 1-0. And we need to figure out why. They certainly didn't dominate possession. They must have just caught them on the counter-attack late on in the game. Let's have a look at this goal then. What happened here? Did Middlesbrough get Oh, it was a penalty. It was just a penalty. They haven't scored many goals that we can think of, that we can have a look at. And if we have a look at the data, Coventry, they want to play down the right-hand side. We identified that already, that they're going to be strong down the right. So we need to just close that down. Stop them doing that. Close down the two boys who are wanting to control things in the middle, and it should be game over. They didn't have many shots. A lot of them are low XG. They're not high XG. 1, 2, 3 are high XG. So they're not great shots that they're having. In terms of possession, let's have a look at their heat map. Yeah, you can see it's down the right hand side that they want to play. They did also have a lot of possession down the left hand side. That's Bristol City. Coventry. No, left hand side was where they actually had most of their possession, but that might be because they were under pressure. So if Bristol City were attacking down here, then that's why it might be down here. We need to go back to Bristol City and have a look. Did Bristol City focus their attacks down here? But most importantly, we need to look at the passes, and there's nothing really to write home about here. If we can close him down, take him out of the game, then this guy is very high up. Callum Doyle, for a centre-back, he's very high up. This guy looks like he's playing as a sweeper type. These two, maybe they are wide centre-backs on support. They are very, very high up the pitch for centre-backs. It's almost like compressed into this area of the pitch. It's a very strange diagram, that one. But we need to take Panzo out of the game. Callum Doyle will press high, stop them actually having possession, and then take these two midfielders out. And that would be the game plan for this one. And hopefully that will be enough to see us over the line with this. So let's go to the game against Coventry. Let's check that people are fit. Any games going on before we get there? Taylor's not going to be fit. Charlie Taylor is fit, could play 60 minutes. Should we play Charlie Taylor? Need to get him back to fitness. Ashley Westwood 45 minutes, Goodmanson 45 minutes. These are good players and we need to be getting them fit. I think we'll play Charlie Taylor for 45 minutes or so. Hey Richie, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Burnley have scored 4 goals in a game. That is quite remarkable. You missed the first game where we scored 4 goals in a game, and I just blew me away. I didn't know we could score 4 goals in a game. Charlie Taylor's not fit enough. Might be able to come on as a sub, but he's just not fit enough. I'm not going to play him while his heart is yellow. Teller is not fit enough. Might be time to rest 1 or 2 players. When's the next game? We do have a game Wednesday. No, we'll be okay. Let's keep going with this team. They're playing well. Harwood Bell is fit. Let's just check in on the medical centre and we'll check the fatigue. Connor Roberts is fatigued. Bayek is very fatigued, I think. So let's maybe give Bayek a rest. We'll bring Cork down here. And let's bring Brownhill on. Give Bayek a rest. And Connor Roberts is having a rest anyway. So we'll go back. And Connor Roberts fatigued. Bayek fatigued. All the rest are fresh. So we don't really need to worry about the rest of the team. We'll just rest Bayek. And we'll just rest Connor Roberts. Do we have someone who can give Westwood? We could put Westwood on the bench. Because I think he can play as a DLP. Yes, he can. Can play as a DLP at the base of the midfield. So we can give Bayek a day off today. He's very tired, bless him. Teller, I would have played him up top today, but... Hi Stefan, how are you doing? I agree with you. Rotation is so important, but I don't want to rotate while this team is playing like this. Having scored 2 against Bristol City and then beating Cardiff and then 4 against Stoke. I don't want to rotate this team. I want them to get used to winning now. And I just worry that if I change the team, then we might lose and then we'll go back into a depressed state again. I just want this team to keep this momentum going, and they are playing well. So let's keep it going. I do want to play with a slightly higher tempo, and I do want to play narrow. And I don't want to time waste, and I'm going to take those restrictions off while they're playing this well. Focus play up the middle, yes. And we're going to counter. We're going to go for them while we're playing this well. And we'll play a high line. And we're going to play a high press. I don't know what to do about any of those. I'm going to stop the crosses. We do know they're a good crossing team. So we'll stop the crosses. Hopefully this team, though, is good enough to actually see us through. He wants to make major changes, major rotation changes, and he wants to play cautious. Who is this guy? Cautious? We have just thrashed Stoke, and you want to go and play cautious against Coventry? I'm going to play positive, my friend. We are going to go at them. And we do have a plan for... Oh, my good Lord. I think I've hired the wrong assistant manager here. He's a bit of a bully, and he doesn't like attacking football. These guys, Panzo, we want to close him down, and I hope he's got a weaker foot. We'll turn him onto his right foot. He is what everything goes through. So we want to get him pretty much at the back out of this game. And Dabo down the right-hand side. He's a good player. Pretty good player. There's not a lot that he doesn't do well. His composure's not great. Crossing, dribbling, very adequate for championship level. He's a good player. Not very strong, but he's quite brave. 2 good feet. Interesting player. It's the kind of player I'd like to sign, that boy. And he's 26 years old, though. So I think I'm just going to close him down. He's a bit dangerous. Hammer is a problem. We know about this geezer, and vision and passing pretty decent for this level. He's very aggressive. So we'll close him down. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll close him down. He's not very good at dribbling, except after he's had his dinner. We'll close him down and turn him on to his left foot. I think that's probably the best way to deal with him. Is it, though? No, let's tight mark him. Let's just tight mark him. Don't give him any space to work in. Jake Bidwell, as a player, I like Jake Bidwell. I've signed him FM so many times. Has a weak right foot. Close him down and right foot. And that should deal with him. I just hope that the players are capable of doing it. Ben Sheaf, there's an old name, that player that I've used myself many times. He's quite a creative player again. He's got decent flair. He's got very good mentals, this boy. I'm just going to close him down. Just close him down. Just try and take him out of the game. Andrew Moran. He's not a passing player. He's not a creative player. Poor decisions, poor bravery. Not very strong. We're going to close him down and turn him onto his left foot. He's a weak influence, so we'll close him down, left foot. And then Callum O'Hara. Actually, let's go back. Maybe it might be a good idea not to close him down. Just to give him space, and then they'll play it to him rather than Ben Sheaf, who will be tight marked. So that they will look for Moran. He's definitely not as good as Ben Sheaf, and then hopefully he won't have much of an influence on the game. And then up top, Callum O'Hara, good dribbler. Not very strong, not really that brave. Concentration, composure are not great. So we probably will hard tackle him, turn him onto his left foot. Yeah, hard tackle him, turn him onto his left foot for now. And then Mark Godden. He's not very aggressive. He's not tall. So he's likely to be, I'm probably playing him as a poacher or an advanced forward. He's quite quick. Not going to do anything with him apart from left foot. And that's it for opposition instructions. And I hope that that is enough to win this game of football. And now let's go and play this game of football. Everybody's happy in the pre-match meeting. Pleased to see Ashley Westwood. Yeah, it's nice to get injured players back. And I'm not saying the media have been on your backs for ages now. We're in 4th place. We're on a good run. Go out and impress me. We're in 4th now. The media are going to get off our backs very, very soon. And hopefully we will see them off in this game today. Coventry 22nd in the league. This should be very simple. And if we've planned this right, we'll win this game easy. If I planned it wrong, we'll lose it. And here's Maatsen looking for a cross into the box, doesn't get there. And not as good a start as we had against Stoke, but still not a bad start. We are up to third now, which is kind of useful. Got to keep an eye on Norwich. Norwich are losing against Preston. Well, of course, everybody loses. Oh, but they have equalised. And here's Bayer with a free kick. Harwood Bellis, Lowton. Play it around. That's exactly what we want to do. Dervisoglu, need a good game from him. He's coming in to replace Vitinho on that wing. Here's Dervisoglu. Has it gone in? It's just wide of the post. In fact, the goalkeeper got a touch. And it's a good start. Possession-wise, we're dominating. We've had the only chances so far. Maatsen with the corner, headed out. Back to Maatsen. That's poor. That's very poor. And that was not very strong. He just allowed... Although he is tracking back. He did well tracking back. But here come Coventry. And we will, at half-time, check. This guy is on a yellow card. We need to hassle him. And that's why we need this forward dribbling at the defence. Because if he's on a yellow card... But they are keeping the ball very well. That's a good header. And we need to be very careful. But that's a kind of like a long speculative ball over the top. And it's not very pretty football. So if you get a goal, concede a goal from that, there's a chance it's hit the crossbar this time. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Still, the finishing worries me. But then you can't score every chance. But we've had 4 shots and not one on target. Yeah, famous last words, Gobby. Have we done enough to win this game? I don't know if there's anything more I can do. He looked offside to me, that geezer then. But Lowton has picked up. It was a good header from Harwood Bellis. I like that boy. He's such a good player, Harwood Bellis. And finds Bayer all the way across field to Lowton. Plenty of space. So we need to get support. Where's his support? Everybody's run away from him. Oh, that, again, is wild. And it does look like we've forgotten how to score again. And it might be in this game that I will go to the 4-4-2 at half-time. And Coventry are actually worrying me at the moment. Although we're squeezing them off the ball, then they are worrying. They're passing well for a team that can't pass. And they are worrying me a little. And we're not winning the ball off them in midfield. Do I need to change one of the roles? What have I got in midfield? A couple of players are apprehensive. Brownhill. Yeah, we're going to put him in as a ball winner. I want someone in there winning the ball. Nice header out, but we still can't get our foot on the ball. We need to get our foot on the ball. That's why I've changed him to a ball winner. Here's Cork. Nice ball over the top. Dervisoglu, Rodriguez. How many chances do you need? It's like, dear, oh dear, oh dear. We are still haven't had a shot on target yet. Rodriguez has got to come off. Vitinho's having a poor game today. I think I'm probably going to go to a 4-4-2 at half-time. Just try it out, because this is not working. And if this keeps going, then Coventry will score a freak goal in the second half. And here's Cork, though. And again, firing over the top. It took a deflection. It is a corner. Ah, boy, have I done enough here? What else can I do? Are Coventry sitting back? They don't look to me like they're playing a low block. We're just not being very effective. And we do have another corner. We've dominated possession. We've dominated the XG. We've dominated everything. We're just not good up top again. Corner to the near post, and it's hit the crossbar. And it is. FM's telling me that our finishing has gone again, that we're not finishing. And this is poor. And this team's going to have a rollicking. And I think I might switch it to... our shooting has not been good enough. Yeah, absolutely. And let's switch it up. Let's do something different. We're going to go to this 4-4-2. Dervisoglu can't play there, so he can go up top. He's playing quite well. Rodriguez is having a terrible game. Jack Cork needs to come off. So we'll put Teller on here, and Dervisoglu can play as a deep lying forward. Why can't he play as a deep lying forward? Yes, he can. No, he can't. He can't. He's not allowed to play as... What is going on here? We're not allowed to change this geezer's position. Why not? Why can't I change his position? That's really weird. I can't play him as a target forward. Okay, let's switch it back. I don't know what's going on there. We're going to put Teller up top. Try Teller. Just for rage, we're going to try Teller up top. And then we're going to bring on Chernoff. And we're going to play Chernoff as an inverted winger. And that's all I can think of. We've got what have I done now? Dervisoglu is playing quite well. So let's put Jack Cork back in here. Who is not playing very well? Vitinho. Wait. I've got a better idea. Let's put J. Rodriguez back and put Teller on the wing. Take Vitinho off. We'll keep an eye on J. Rodriguez because he's pretty poor. And then Ashley Westwood. The fans want him to play, and Brownhill's not playing too well. So Ashley Westwood can come in here, play as the ball-winning midfielder. Put him on support. And I'm going to tell him. I can't tell him that. Okay, so he will play as a ball winner. Yeah, I got 2 saves. One is the main save, which is Preston, and this one is just like taking a deeper look into the game, because when you're doing a save, you can't actually take your time. When you're doing a YouTube save, Gobby will tell you have to do one after the other, and you don't have time to really get into the game. If I was playing the game by myself, this is what I would do to try and influence the game. Jordan Bayer is getting tired. He needs a rest. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to do at halftime. And we're going to give these lads really something to think about. Let's go out and win this football match. And hopefully Teller can change the game for us. Let's hope so. And J. Rodriguez is having a poor game. He's not playing very well at all. Maybe I should change him. What's he playing as at the moment? He's playing as a pressing forward. Should I change his role? We're not doing anything wrong. We're controlling the game. We're creating all the chances. And we have all the possession, but we're just not finishing. And there's got to be something I'm not seeing. And is it because they are lying deep? But here's Matson again. I'm going to take you off in a minute, son. What a dreadful... I'm going to tell Matson to behave himself. I'm actually going to put him on a support duty to try and stop him doing that. And then tell him to focus. He should be... shoot less often will help. And here's Harwood Bells. Come on, let's get a goal, lads. We just need one goal. Coventry are offering nothing. If you can just sneak one goal, that'll be enough. Thanks, Owen. That's really kind of you to say, mate. It's been a long save, Preston. We haven't really achieved anything in the save, and that's gone just past the post. We've won 3 trophies. We won the Scottish League 2, Scottish League 1, and then didn't win anything for about 5 seasons. And then we won the championship just recently. And this doesn't look to me like we're going to score. We're on attacking. We haven't had a shot. We haven't had a shot on target. And this is appalling. And I'm going to shout at them. I'm going to berate them. This is terrible. And we've gone down to 5th as a result. And we've just simply gone back to being how we were before. And this is inexplicable. And maybe I should have rotated. They are just exhausted and all over the place. They are just totally exhausted. I'm going to make a couple of changes. Charlie Taylor can come on from Maatson. I'm fed up of him today. Jack Cork is tired, but I don't think I can take him off, can I? Cherlinoff or Connor Roberts. Let's take Matt Lowton off. He's not been particularly great. I'm going to switch him up to a wing back on attack as well. Try and get more bodies forward. And we've done everything. And is this going to be a freak goal for Coventry? Yes, it is. Oh, it's gone past the post. Coventry have not been in this game at all. But look at this. 13 attempts, 0. 14 attempts, 0 on target. And I'm going to berate them again. We're just not looking like we're at the races here. Slow, lethargic. But that's nice. Well done, Cork. Nice ball. Teller, come on, do something, Teller. You're the man today. Here's Roberts. Roberts going down the right. Get a cross in. Cross goes into the box. No, not into the box. Here's Charlie Taylor. It's all very slow, very sluggish. Maybe I've got to raise the tempo. There's a shot and that. That might be what I need to do. Need to raise the tempo and get that much higher and then press more. That might be what we need to do, is play at a higher tempo. Oh, can we get a goal from a set piece? I'll take anything. I'll take an own goal. I'll take anything. It's a ball to the back post and it's headed out. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it, where the team just totally lets you down. But Long has won the ball. He's centre back. Well done. And Westwood, chance, good save by the goalkeeper. But at least now we're getting shots on target. We've had 2 shots on target in the last 10 minutes or so. So maybe the changes we've made might be working a little bit. Should I get them to hit early crosses, I wonder? Maybe that might be more effective than patiently trying to work it into the box. I think we might have to try something like that. Let's go and hit early crosses, because I've noticed a couple of times they actually stopped rather than cross the ball into the box. And we have numbers in the penalty area, and hopefully anything. I'll take anything. We need to win this game. We need to keep the momentum going. A long punt. Oh, what is my goalkeeper doing? And that's well played. Taylor now. Find a nice pass. That's good. Dervisoglu over the top. Looking for Rodriguez. Rodriguez. That's just hopeless. I'm going to tell Rodriguez to shoot less often. That was just hopeless. And try and find someone with a pass instead. or wait for a better opportunity. Is this going to be one of those games where you have 17 chances, you don't score, and then the opposition just race forward and steal the game? This looks like one of those games, and it is a bottom of the league team as well. And is this it? Ball's gone out for a corner. No, we've managed to mop it up. And I think I'm going to need to be a little bit more cautious, because I have a funny feeling that this is going to be one of those games. And if nothing comes of this highlight, we'll go to being a little bit more cautious, because Coventry are actually running us ragged at the moment. And there's Teller. It's back into space for Coventry. There it is, and it's a good save from Muric. So I'm actually going to go back to balanced. I'll just have to take a point from this game, because it looks like we are not at the races here today, and I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious. What's my goalkeeper doing? I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing. Teller, come on, Teller, come on. That's a nice pass, but can't be picked up. And it doesn't look very good to me at all, this. Defensively, we've been solid again. Up top, we've been let down. Taylor, that was a terrible pass. It's just like they're just not playing very well. Is Cork going to be sent off? No, he's got away with that. Just a yellow card. Sometimes they just don't look like they're playing. 17 attempts, 2 on target. And what worries me is Coventry look like the better team. We're not doing anything wrong. I'm going to pull the line back. If they might be sitting back and waiting for us to, pulling us out of shape. So I'm just going to pull the lines back, see if that helps. But Coventry really have had nothing to offer. We've been absolutely solid in defence, and I really can't understand what is going on here. Now 18 shots and only 3 on target. But again, it's Coventry finishing this game much, much better. I'm going to shout at them again. This is just not acceptable. Come on, Cork. Oh, he's on a yellow card, isn't he? Don't want him jumping in. Coventry just controlling everything, aren't they? They're just like passing it around at leisure. They don't look like scoring, but they're just passing the ball around beautifully, keeping the ball. Teller, come on, Teller. Get the ball into the box. Ugh. We need to get the ball into the box quicker. It comes out to Taylor. Taylor, is this a chance? No, of course it isn't. And that's probably the 20th opportunity that we've had. We're down to 6th again. Why did I get this feeling when this game started that it wasn't going to be? Again, lovely ball over the top. Teller, early cross. I've told you guys, early cross. It's found its way to Cork. Bastion, deflected up. Can we pick up the loose ball? We're taking shots from anywhere. It's almost like it's frantic. And that's deflected. Should be a corner. 0-0. We've absolutely hammered them. But if you only get 3 shots on target, I can't wait for Christmas when Weghorst comes back. I really can't wait for Christmas to come. Attacking-wise, we are so poor. Near post, another corner. Let's get this into the near post again. Let's try and get our head on it. Let's try and sneak the win. You can feel a last minute winner, Owen. I can't. I've seen so many of these games before. It's why I went to standard, because if I hadn't done that, Coventry would have scored. So better just to take the 0-0 draw. And here come Burnley again, and the highlight comes to nothing. 3 minutes of injury time. It's not going to be. It's going to be a 0-0 draw. I'm absolutely appalled by this. It's back to what it was right at the beginning. and they are going to have such a rollicking in the dressing room. It's absolutely shambolic. One last chance, possibly. No. Terrible pass. Maybe I do need to rotate this team now. It is full time. That is a shocking result. And I'm going to throw the water bottle. I am not happy with them. You should have won that game. Really, really furious. And that has put us down into 6th. With the extra 2 points, we would have been up in 3rd. And it's just terrible. Absolutely dreadful. But we haven't lost. That's the good news. And we have now gone, since this terrible, terrible patch, we've now gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games without defeat. And every game you go without losing, I guess, is a bonus. So all I need to do is solve our striker problems. And we do have, what is his name, coming back very shortly, who can finish, Scott Twine. He can finish. The only problem is that he's not registered, of course. So even if he gets fit, he can't play until after Christmas. And he's got actually quite fit, quicker than I thought. We are now in the 8th of October. It was his injury, actually, it told me that he wasn't coming back till after Christmas. But now he's already in. So 5 weeks. He is going to be back around the beginning of December, and he's not registered, unfortunately. But gives him a chance to play in the reserve. So we will have him coming back, and then Weghorst coming back in January. And so hopefully, if we can just stay around this area, we'll be bringing into the squad 2 very good finishers after Christmas, and it won't be such a problem. West Brom, team that are struggling, we should be beating them as well. But I think what I will do is call it a night for tonight. 2 games, and we have won 1 and drawn 1, and that last game has not made me feel very happy. It was a very, very poor performance. And we didn't deserve to get anything out of it other than the point. We got exactly what we deserved. And we need to do better than that in the next one against West Brom. So thanks, guys, for coming along. I hope you had a good time. I certainly have a good time when I'm doing this. And hopefully I will see you all very soon, next Tuesday. And don't forget the video, Preston video, coming out tomorrow. And just without giving too much away, things are not going too well at Preston, but we're just about keeping our head above water. We've had a tough 6 games. Thanks, Gobby. Thanks, Stefan. And I need to go and have a nice cup of tea. My throat's got very dry. Those makeup, Gobby, do you use a makeup light when you are making your videos, or do you use pro lights? I'm just using makeup lights, and they get so hot. Like, they're okay for doing like little segments, which you then go and stitch together in edit. But if you sit under one of these makeup lights for an hour, it starts to sweat. So it's, oh my God, I need a cup of tea now. So thank you, Owen. Don't forget Preston tomorrow, 4:00. We're still alive in the Prem, but it's not going as well as it was. I won't give any more away. Hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you all for the next stream. You have a ring light and some small movable lights. The makeup light that I'm using, oh my God, it gets bloody hot. And it's actually only an LED, and I wonder why it does get so hot. It's just like, sounds like a few defeats. The Prem was never going to be easy. Oh, and we got off to a good start. We're not doing bad, but the Prem was never going to be easy. Yeah, this one seems to generate a lot of heat. Or is it coming off the radiator maybe next door to me? Just sitting here for an hour and a half makes it feel very sweaty. Maybe it's the radiator close to me. Okay, so thanks very much, guys, for coming along. Really do enjoy your company, and I really do enjoy making these. And thanks for supporting me. And I can't, I haven't got the words to express how much it means to me that you guys come and watch and support the cause that we're trying to support. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. And so I'll call it a day there. Go and get me a cup of tea, and I'm going to have a steak pie as well. And then we'll see you all next Tuesday. Hope you have a great rest of the night, guys.